Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 as the Mapuche. So, it looks like we have voted. I did a poll last night on YouTube. I did a YouTube poll where I asked people, what kind of way would you like to see me win this game? Now, obviously, we can't do a religion victory, even though some people did comment a religion victory. But it looks like the overwhelming majority of people voted for the world conquest version of the victory type. And so that's what we'll be doing. We'll be making an attempt to do a world conquest again. And what I'll probably do before the end of this series is I'll put up another poll. And if you had a hard time finding the poll, by the way, you just have to go to my YouTube channel and click on communities and you'll see the poll. And I'll put up a poll near the end of this series, and I'll ask you guys, what kind of victory type would you like to see me pursue in the next game? And I think that could be, make it a little bit more interactive. Give the people what they want, sort of thing. So let's have a little bit of a look around here. We've got some management to do. We do have a holy site over here in Sterling, and it might be worth our while to build it up a little bit. We can faith purchase units now. So I'm thinking actually getting a little bit of extra faith would be pretty reasonable. So I'm going to go ahead and build a shrine in the temple in here. I'm probably not going to make a huge amount of faith over the course of the game, but a little bit is always nice. The city does have a few problems left. I'm going to go ahead and repair the granary because that's a good building to get. I'm going to go ahead and choose production over here. We're going to repair the granary as well here. And we're going to choose production around the place in a few different places. So we're going to repair the monument. And I'm also going to repair that library. And unit needs orders over here. So if we take a quick look at the city, it needs housing above all else. And it will get that housing from the encampment district. But I'm going to build a mine here. And the hope is that I'm going to dework these tiles because the city actually just needs a little bit more production. And that'll speed up this significantly. We'll go ahead. We'll probably drop some more mines and farms in here. So I have my guys all lined up here. Now, I am no longer at war with anybody. And I will probably look to go to war with Australia. If we take a look at the whole tech game here, I am definitely top tech in terms of science per turn, but I am not top tech in terms of total science earned, and that's something I need to work on. Now, when I do declare war on Australia, they will get a 100% production bonus, so that's something to keep in mind. I also need to continue building more units. I think I'm a little bit light on units. I'm going to start making more with some of my better built up cities back here, for example. Ngula Mapu is going to be building units here soon. And unit needs orders over here. So, I'm thinking I can't declare war on Russia for another 7 turns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect my army up to Norway. Or is that Norway? I always forget. Yeah, it's Norway. We're going to redirect this army up to Norway. And I do want to pick up here. I am going for economics, but I'm also going to want to pick up the ballistics tech here to upgrade my crossbowmen. And then I'm going to want to maybe go up towards cavalry and stuff like that. So we're kind of just moving along nicely. I will garrison this city with a unit, and that will buy us more time. More turns. Let's pull these horsemen back into a nice little pack where they can wait out the things. Let's go ahead and grab these guys to move up this way. I do need more of these cannons, and I think what I might do is I might leave this army the way it is, and then I might faith purchase an army down here to attack into the Zulus. So I will purchase, we're going to want a bombard, we are going to want probably could do with a Malon Raider. Yeah, I'll go for a Malon Raider here. 2 Bombards and a Malon Raider should be good to take any cities we need over here. I could probably add in a unit, maybe a crossbowman. Yeah, I think I'll add in a crossbowman just to have that little bit of ranged combat strength. So that'll do the trick over there. So I spent all my faith. It was a good expenditure of faith. I don't know if I'm going to declare war on Australia. They look like they're pretty tough to take. I might instead... Well, I think it might be a good idea to go to war with Australia, actually. Because I do need the loyalty over here. But I'll spend a turn healing on top of this holy site. And we'll start moving these units up a little bit closer to Australia. To get them on the go. Come up there. Okay, they're all healing, that's fine. Look at all these units to wait. So we're going to go for Norway. We need to have these things a little bit closer. Do I have a holy site in the area? I do, that you can heal on. Very good. You're going to move up as well. There we go. You're going to hold up there. Then I am going to start chopping here to improve Bordeaux. Now, somebody did point out that by chopping all of these forests, I am making these cities weaker, but in the late game. But that doesn't matter. I don't need them to be strong in the late game. I just need them to get stuff now. And so that's kind of the trade-off that I'm making. I will chop out another builder in here as well. Plus, these cities do have some things. What I might do is I might go around my empire and have a look at what I can do in terms of the... in terms of what I can do with the sort of tile assignments. I might spend a bit of time just going around, checking tile assignments, setting up different stuff. I think that would be a reasonable thing to do. So there's scientific theory. So let's head into Ngulu Mapu. And let's just go city by city, I think. So where is the next city button? I have to try and remember that. It's in key bindings. Next city is bracket. Okay, so we're going to go through our whole cities, all of our cities, and edit them. So I can kind of go through cities like this. So we have a lot of mines here. I'm going to make sure that we work all those mines. The city can't grow right now. And what is its food surplus? Its food surplus is quite high. So ideally, yeah, you can see housing and amenities are hurting us. So what I could do here is I could dework these farms as a priority. And instead maybe go for more production and science. Because I don't need the housing right now. I will pick up some housing at the university. But that'll be fine because it's already mostly grown. Yeah. So I'm going to work these because the city can't grow. Let's go to the next city. We'll see here. This city is growing very, very slowly, but it is working the tiles that it wants to work. Which is good. What I could do, I could work this farm, and that would speed up the city's growth a little bit, and it does have the housing potential to continue to grow. And this city over here isn't really using these farms, so I think I'm going to steal a farm as well, and that'll just get this city to grow that little bit quicker. I'll keep working 2 mines, and we'll pick up some other stuff later. We'll go to the next city over here. This city is also in a position where it can't really grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this. I'm going to prioritize production, gold, all that sort of stuff. You are working that. Okay. We'll go to our next city over here. We've already kind of set this city up. And I'm pretty happy with how it's laid out. Although I probably don't need this much food. There's not really any production to shift things to, though. So over here in Tenochtitlan, we could almost certainly work more stuff if we had it built up correctly, but we don't right now. So this is probably what we can really realistically do over here. We are working these two. I'm going to unlock a lot of these tiles and just see what the city decides. Is there a fishing boat here? There is fishing boats here. So I think I'm going to prioritize this, prioritize the production tiles, because this city can actually grow. So I'm going to make sure I have a decent bit of food here. It is being hindered by amenities, but that shouldn't be a problem. And I think this is a reasonable tile to work as well. So here's Kampola. Let's unlock some of these tiles and let's have a look at what we can do. This city has reached its growth limit, so I'm going to try and prioritize non-growth tiles. Not really a whole lot of those. I think I will prioritize these hills. And these farms with production on them. That'll net us just that little bit more production. Just that little bit more. Over here, I'm actually pretty happy with this city. It's working a decent amount of food. Working this tile, this. I could probably... I can't really dework anything without giving up anything. So I'm pretty happy with this layout. I'm going to have a look around here. Mostly farms in here. I think I will prioritize the holy sites and stuff like that. This is fine, I think. We have Mbanza Mbata. And similarly, this city doesn't really have a whole lot of good choices, so I'm kind of happy with it the way it is. Then we have Rochclaw, I think it is, somebody said in the comments. And similarly, you know, this city can't really grow, but it's working reasonable things. This city can't grow, in fact it's overpopped, so we could work even more of this. And we could definitely prioritize production tiles. Okay, that looks fine. We'll have a look at this city. Similarly, The city can grow, so I'll prioritize food tiles for now. This city can grow, so these seem like reasonable tiles to work. Would maybe want to work this as well, but I think the 3 production tiles are a little bit better. Then I have this city. Want to work those mines. This city has this and this. I'd rather get those because it can't really grow, so I'll get a little bit of culture and production from those instead. And otherwise, this looks reasonable. I don't need the growth. I'd rather get the extra little bit of production in here off these regular tiles. So, you know. Then we have a look at Krakow. This looks like a pillaged farm. I will work this science thing because you are the campus rather, and I think I'll work the holy side as well. I just want to make sure I'm working any production tiles that I have available. The city isn't growing, but it's overpopped anyway, so that's fine. Then we have this city here. It's maxed out its growth, so I don't need any more growth in here, so we'll continue to do that. This is a little bit more micromanaging than I've ever done in my series, and I think this is something I want to maybe do a little bit more. This city is maxed out on housing, so we want to just prioritize production and gold. This is maybe not necessary. Okay, we're still in positive, we pick up an extra production there. We are going to launch up. Yep, these all look fine. I think I would work this up to a level of 1, because otherwise it's got really nice production tiles. That's reasonable. We have Novgorod. Let's have a look. You are at your pop max as well. So I think I'm going to prioritize a gold tile here. Otherwise, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I do want that production, but I don't really have a tile where I can get an extra production, so I'll just leave you the way you are. Here's Radom. I need a lot of builders. Holy crap, I need a lot of builders. We will prioritize these mines. That's fine. You're only 3 pop. You do need to get that granary built so you can grow more. Let's have a look in here. You don't have a whole lot of production tiles, but I will prioritize whatever I can in terms of production. I think I'd rather get gold than just straight food. Yeah, there's no point in you growing right now. This is just... So this is a way to generate more yields. And what I might do is, if I remember, I'll probably go back and have a look at this turn at the start, before we had all these yields, and then afterwards. When we're basically turning useless food, because we don't need food, into more useful resources. So this city does have some growth available. We're going to prioritize some of these things. These are really nice tiles. There's a 4 food tile that I don't think we need because we're about to hit a growth limit. So I could probably prioritize that, although maybe gold would be good as well. It will make the city take twice as long to grow, but that's not a big deal when it's this close to growing. And we can pick up a decent amount of extra stuff. I could also pick up faith here. I think I'm going to pick up the gold. The gold has been serving me really, really well. So here's Paris. So this city is pretty close to growing too. I'm going to prioritize the really, really good tiles like these. And similarly, we can live to sacrifice a little bit of our growth in here. Okay, that's enough of that growth that I want to sacrifice. Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, just keep going. Then we have Astrakhan. I'm going to prioritize these really nice production tiles. Very good. And this city can't grow either. Then we have Bordeaux. Okay, want to lock in those nice production tiles. Although this one will not be a production tile for much longer, neither will this one. Oh, this one will. But this looks reasonable. I guess I could work some faith. I would lose production and gold though, so I kind of want to hold on to those. Yeah, I don't want to lose production if I can help it, because production is really, really important. And that's all my cities. That's all my cities managed. So if I don't remember to check it, you can always just go back and forth through the video. But yeah, we should have better yields now. We're spending less food on wasted resources. Okay, so let's have a look at Toulouse. We just got a builder in here. What's going to help improve this city? Well, let's have a little bit of an analysis here. We could definitely use housing. So farms are, a reasonable choice here. We could definitely use some more districts. This city does have decent production, so it could produce units. I could go for an encampment. I also need amenities. That's like a big thing that I need right now. So what I could do is I could put an amenity district here, and that would maybe provide an extra little bit of adjacency to this. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. We're going to drop down the entertainment complex, and then we're going to start building some farms in here to try to boost the housing. And actually, the housing got boosted there to a point where it would not be unreasonable to continue to do this. We completed the bank in St. Petersburg. Do I want archaeological museums? I don't think I do, so I could prioritize either builders or units in here, and I think I'd like some bombards, so I'm going to go ahead and prioritize bombards. Then I have this city over here. I think I want to get another bank to help pay for my empire. Lots and lots of gold is required. We're going to build another mine here. Then this bombard is going to move along here to help with the conquest of the Zulu. And I think a farm will go here. We want to develop these cities as much as we can. You're going to heal up. Actually, I'd rather you healed up beside this district. It's not an option for you, but what I can do is I can move you there and then take a tortoise promotion so you take less range damage. I'm going to hold on for a turn here before I declare the war. Just want to wait one turn. But I could declare the Norway war this turn. And in fact, we will. So let's talk to Norway. We will go ahead and Casus Belli, declare a formal war. Boom, there it is. And now we will move our battering ram into range of the city. We will put a Malon Raider on top of the battering ram. We'll put you there. We will put you there. We'll put you there. Want to get the city surrounded if possible. We'll put you there. We don't want to get hit by this encampment, so I'm going to move you to the left. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to move you onto this hill. I'm going to move you here as well. We'll shoot twice. Then we'll hit this with a battering ram. So there's that city's health more or less broken. We'll do a little bit more damage. I want to hurt him. I'm going to use horsemen to block here to prevent the knight from swinging around and punching my very nice unit there. We're going to chop out more builders. You'll just wait here. I have a builder. I'm going to repair. Then I have a builder here. We're going to chop out another builder. Chop out lots and lots of builders. I'm going to bring my bombard up a little bit. You're going to sit there because you're providing defense. Although I could pillage here eventually on that little trade route. All right. So Rome thinks I'm a warmonger as usual. So, as I predicted, the knight would try to swing around and hit my weaker units. There's the knowledge of industrialization. We are going to take a couple of shots at this city. I want to get these crossbowmen as highly leveled as possible. We'll take out that knight there, then we'll shoot the city. Anyone close to a level up on these guys? This guy already has a level up, so nobody is really close to a level up. I could pick up a bit of experience on my horseman by punching this city. I'm going to go ahead and pick up experience on this inexperienced Malon Raider. I'm going to steal that builder, and I'm going to pillage this trade route. I want to pillage this trade route as well. Just get as much gold as I can. And we will get this bombard to move up to take out this encampment and then this city. We'll get the battering ram to move a little bit too. I guess I could in theory attack this, but I don't want to because it's a major defeat. Ouch. That is a strong city. I think I might run over here and pillage a tile, just to keep the momentum up. We're going to keep this city. It does need a garrison, and it does need a person to look after it. I have 8 turns to conquer another city, which I think is doable. Let's harvest this here. That'll finish that builder, and I'll overflow that into another builder because I want to continually develop. We'll chop here. I know this is going to lose us a little bit of production in the short term, but I'm hoping that it pays off. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the monument here, repair it, so that this city has just that little bit more loyalty that might keep it safe. The happiness level is hurting, and so is the pressure, but I should be able to deal with the pressure situation a little bit. So I finished a monument here in Radom. The city's main problem is that it needs to grow, actually. But it's having problems with amenities. Why is its growth so low? So its main problem is that it's disloyal. So that shouldn't become a problem. That this city should be fine once its loyalty stabilizes in 16 turns. As you can see here, disloyal is affecting everything from growth to gold to science to culture to the to just basically everything. So what I might do here is I may go ahead and just, I think university would be useful, but it's not completely necessary. I could also go for builders in here. There are some tiles in the nearby regions that I'd like to develop. My builders are becoming expensive, but I could build one in a reasonable amount of time. I could also maybe get to work on a unit. I think I could use more bombards. It would take a very long time. So I think I'm just going to go for builders to try and develop my territory to a point where I can just pump out units from other cities. We'll build another mine here over in Ixtapaluca, and we'll lock that mine in because it's a very nice tile. Then I may go for a farm here, so this city may get another housing and keep growing. Let's have a look here. Right, this is my bombard. We'll move that bombard over there. We'll move you there. We'll move you there. Ew. Okay, I don't want to go near that. I don't want to mess around with those guys. And we'll come up this way. You're going to heal for a turn. Now, I did say this was the turn I wanted to declare war. And in fact, that might be far from ideal without a support unit here in the form of a bombard or a siege tower or a battering ram. Perhaps I will go for the battering ram and the siege tower combo. These cities seem very tough. They seem very, 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 very tough. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to break them. And I think the siege tower battering ram combo should do the trick with the Great General. So it'll be another couple of turns before we really declare war here. Could have been set up for that a little bit better. Do I need you garrisoning here? Nope, no longer. Then I have this builder over here. I will chop out this unit. You have healed up here. You can make your way. You guys just hold on. You wait there. You go there. You chop this. That'll force growth into Lu. And now the city is working what? Well, it's working this faith under its own steam. But a couple more farms in here might help out and get the city developing a little bit better too. But this city has basically hit its potential. I could probably steal tiles that aren't being used. But I don't want to mess around with that too much. This knight is staying there and we'll go to the next turn. Alright, look at that. 8 turns and we will refuse this deal. No, thank you. I don't want to trade with the AI.
Whatever is contrary to nature.
So as expected, we took some damage here, which is reasonable. I will take a promotion. I'm going to move you out of this city. I'm going to move you into this city, and you should be able to shoot this guy now. I'm going to move you forward a tile. I'm going to bring you back. You're going to come this way as well. I'm going to bring this Malon Raider up. I can't really move into the danger zone with these units because they're too weak. Really, I've got to rely on my Malon Raiders and the battering ram to take out Nidaros. So the university has been completed in Ngulu Mapu. I could go for the Oxford University. I don't think that's really important for me. So I think in order to further support these lower pushes, I think Bombards or Malon Raiders would be good. So I think I have a couple of Bombards down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get more Malon Raiders. Then I finished the arena over here in Mbanza, Congo, which means I could also go for more unit production. And I think a reasonable unit to build here would be... I could go for a navy. I don't think I'm going to bother this game. I think I'd rather just steamroll with like mass units. Bombards are good. In fact, I'd like more bombards because I'm about to get to nationalism, and so I'm going to want to have units to combine. So perhaps another bombard would be a good move here, just to combine with these guys to improve my strength. Let's see here. I've completed the bank here in Campola. Campowalla. I could go for the armory. That would give me more production towards units. This city doesn't have a very good amount of production. I could go for Taj Mahal. I don't think I care about that. Could I improve this city in any significant way? I could build mines on these tiles, and that would significantly improve it. So it could make use of a builder, and that would cover its biggest weakness, which is production. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a builder here. And then I'll probably pick up the armory. And that'll get this city into a productive place. Now in Krakow, this city definitely needs builders. But it also needs a market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this city a trader to help improve the city. Novgorod is in a rough spot. I think this city mainly needs to grow right now and work as many of these tiles that it can. Although it does have negative amenities, so growth would be a bad move here, I think. So what I might do is I might pick up the builder first and then chop out some of these buildings that it wants. And I think that would be a fairly reasonable thing to do. I'm going to get these guys to just sit around. I want to go here. I'm going to chop here. I'm going to chop out a ton of builders up here to try to improve my empire rapidly. There's a nice farm there. It doesn't help our growth situation, but it will eventually. You go there, you wait there. Let's have a look. You wait there. Wait there. We will chop out this bombard. That'll take 4 turns off it, which is very nice. I'm going to put a farm here. That'll be a very nice farm tile, and it'll give the city available more houses to be available, which we can also pick up here at the barracks too. So, the city definitely doesn't need food anymore. So I'm going to prioritize the faith here. Otherwise, it's production. Then now should be a reasonable time to declare war in Australia. No, next turn. I need to have these guys with their full move. So this is one more turn should do the trick. And then we can move into Canberra. We'll go to the next unit here. I will chop here. That'll get that bombard out at a few turns faster. Let's go ahead and shoot there. Okay, so there's Ondini. We'll go to the next turn. It's an honor to meet you. We'd love to sample your hospitality. Next turn. There's some musketmen here that we're going to have to fight. I think the best place for the bombards is probably up north of this city. No, thank you. Yeah, you took some damage. It's okay. Now, I don't get the healing from attacking things this series. I wonder, can you survive there? Be interesting. So we can't quite cross the river. We can bring you forward, though. Come on. There we go. Okay, this would be some major defeats, so that's far from ideal. You are on a farm, and you can only get hit by 1 unit, to my knowledge. So you should be fine to just start doing a bit of damage to the city's fortifications. I have a bank over here that's very nice. That means I could potentially work another one of these tiles if the city doesn't need food right now. It'd give me that little bit of extra gold. I could also go for another university here. I could also go for the entertainment complex. And I think that's the important one here. I need to get my amenity problems under control across my empire. If we take a quick look at the city status here, you can see most of my cities are displeased and are negative amenities, and it's pretty rough. It's hurting my empire significantly all around. So I need to see if I can bring these up to reasonable levels. You see, most of my cities are displeased. So we finished a monument here in Bydgoszcz. I don't know how to say the city's name. My builders are probably super expensive right now, so I don't want to purchase one, but I could go for a builder watermill. Let's see. Well, mostly this city needs to grow a little bit. So I'm thinking a granary would do this city wonders in the long term. Similarly over here, this city has a bit of a growth problem, so I'm going to pick up a granary so that it can work more of these great tiles that it has. Yeah, we're going to launch Charles Darwin here. Charles Darwin. Is there a particular tech I want to pick up really quickly? I'm probably going to go for industrialization after economics. Ooh, I could go all the way to replaceable parts, actually, with Charles Darwin. Let's do that.
You and I come by road or...
So I'm going to go for replaceable parts. Whoa, that didn't overflow? Where's my overflow? Oh, he was only beside one. Damn. I made a big mistake there. Oh, it's not the end of the world, but it was a mistake. And I will live with it. Let's kill here. We got that promotion. Very nice. I'm gonna put you there. I'm gonna hold you there. Okay, this builder has 2 build charges. I'll come over and help develop Bordeaux. Let's go ahead and chop here. Another builder comes out. We'll go there. Another builder, and another builder for my empire. Okay, hey, I'm gonna build by you. No, so what do I think I'm gonna do here? Well, there's a few choices. I could continue to build builders up here, and I could turn this into a builder city, and it is actually a reasonable place to build builders. I could also use more units, and the reason I need builders is if you look at a lot of my empire that I've conquered, I conquered so quickly that I didn't really get a chance to develop my territory. Like my main cities over here are very well developed. Over here, for example, and up here, there's kind of like this bit of an access to my empire along this right half, where the earlier cities are very well developed, but these new cities are very underdeveloped and are not contributing much to my empire. So having another city to spam builders from would be reasonably useful. Reasonably useful. And in fact, if I was spamming builders up here, I can maybe switch this over to something more useful for my empire, like perhaps units or some other sort of project. I could get a lighthouse in here, and that would give the city more growth. It's only 1 housing, though. Over, I could get lots of builders, and each builder is worth like 2.5 housing, plus any other amount of production and stuff that he can produce. I could also build traders. Those are really important. I think I'm going to go and just spam builders out of Bordeaux, because I've got a lot of cities that I need to improve over here, and I think that's a reasonable use of him. I just gendered a city, by the way, in case you missed that. Didn't misgender the city, but I did gender it. I'm kind of sad about this mistake here. I forgot I wasn't at war with Russia, and so I wasn't on this tile. I could have probably waited until I was at war with Australia, but yeah, no. It's neither here nor there. I could wait until I have infantry before I push here, or I could push now. I think I'm gonna kind of pull the trigger and push now and go for Canberra. So let me click on Australia, and we will make a formal war declaration. This is going to give us even more war weariness, but we will get stuff like steals off. And we could also get kills on some of these units. Okay, this is a bad spot for you to be in. I'm going to give you that support bonus. You guard that. You go there, support bonuses. Support bonuses. Get to work on that. I could damage this city. I don't want to take a major defeat, though, not right now. I'm going to bring this great general over a little bit closer to provide his umbrella effects, as I like to call it. Which I don't like to call it, but I do now. Haha! See, I changed things on you. I don't know where you are. I could attack with this guy, but he would take even more damage than my Malon Raider. In theory, I could actually go kill this crossbowman. And I'm actually okay with that. And then I could put this musketman on this tile to protect those. Yeah, I like that plan. Nice. We have a crossbowman. I don't think I have enough units over here. I think I need to wait. Let's go ahead and purchase another Malon Raider. With Faith. And that should start getting us close to where we want to be in terms of war declaration here with the Zulu. Then you're going to hold there, you're going to hold there, you hold there. I have a builder over here, I'll put down another farm. Now in Mbanza Congo, you now have the ability to continue to grow, so I'm going to prioritize growth a little bit in here. Although the difference between these two isn't much. I do think I prefer the production though. I have plenty of gold coming from many sources in my empire. Let's have a look. There are mines over here that I can improve. Where is this builder most needed? It's probably needed in like Kampala, so I'm going to send it up towards Kampala. Sampwala, I think it might be pronounced. I have no idea though. Oh, don't listen to me for pronunciation. I get everything wrong. Okay, so we're moving on now. Ouch. So I might be able to move here and pillage a farm. I'm going to pillage a farm here for sure. Although you have a promotion, so I think I'm going to take coursers here. Let's go ahead and take the crew weapons promotion. We'll get shooting on this. It's not entirely necessary for me to do that. But I can start chipping away at the city's health now. I just want you to be under a unit. This would be a major defeat, which would hurt. We are slowly stripping the city's ability to defend itself. In fact, it's actually very close to being out of walls. So that would mean I could potentially put someone over there. We finished the arena in Haddington. Let's have a quick look at the population layout here. This is all perfectly reasonable. This city could use like a builder charge or two. It probably doesn't need to build a full builder. It also needs to build a lot of infrastructure. For example, an encampment would be reasonable to build down here. The problem is I don't have very good tiles. This would be like an ideal-ish tile. Here would be okay as well. Would provide some adjacency to my harbour. Let's have a quick think here. So there's quite a few things I could build here. I could also build a mausoleum. I could also build a Big Ben. Doubles current treasury. Maybe. I can build a Great Zimbabwe. I like the idea of building the Great Zimbabwe. That feels really nice to me. It's a lot of gold. I'm going to go for the Great Zimbabwe. See if I can do it. See if I can pull it off. It'll take a while to build. But I should maybe be able to speed that up if I can get my hands on something. Doesn't look like there's anything that can help me in here. Okay. Right, let's go ahead and build a granary. That'll give this city more growth, which could potentially lead to having more loyalty. We've got 6 turns to save this city, but I think that's plenty of time. Yep, we want farms over here to help give housing to our cities. This would be a major defeat. Looks like we're kind of winning over here. Let's go ahead and move you there. Take the Corsair's promotion. I do want to kill this knight if I can. Or at least block him from attacking certain units. We can kill this knight. Very good. Move the battering ram over to here. We'll get the builder to run out here, and I guess chopping here wouldn't be bad because it would speed up this builder. And then I guess I could go and... Is this jungle in your city range? No. We've got this builder a little bit quicker, so that's good. Another farm in here. That'll give the city another housing. So I could prioritize a little bit of growth in here, which wouldn't be absolutely awful. So I think I'm going to dework the commercial hub and prioritize a little bit of growth in here. Just to get the city growing. Well, I mean, if I were to dework these, is it much slower? It's quite a bit slower. So yeah, I'm going to prioritize the farms. That'll get the city growing a little bit. It is pretty negative amenities, so it's going to grow slower, but it should be fine. You have one build charge. I guess in theory, you could come down to Quillire and maybe help it chop out more builders. Let's have a look. Okay, this city could definitely use more mines on these tiles. So I think that's going to be the big thing I do over here. Bring you to there. Let's go over here. Okay, so there's a lot of these impies, which are pike units, which is unfortunate. Okay, I definitely don't have enough units over here yet, so it's going to be a little bit of a while before I truly declare war on the Zulu. Go to the next turn. Once the siege tower is in range, we shouldn't have too much trouble doing damage to Canberra. It's well surrounded by now. Okay, you took damage like was expected. My troops are merely passing by. Of course, the oldest lion civ. We'll take the Corsairs promotion. We can take out this city's walls. Fortunately, I just couldn't get through this encampment. Pull you back to heal. Pull you back to heal. Pull you back to heal. Let's get this bombard on the move. Okay, we finished a campus over here in Edinburgh. This city could also use a entertainment complex, and I think the best place for me to put it would be over here. That would give an adjacency to this campus, and it would use up a tile that otherwise is pretty useless. Could be a holy site there as well. So, entertainment complex and arena. I just need to deal with this amenity problem. Again, like you can see, it's slowly getting better. We're starting to get just unhappy and content cities. It's not everyone is displeased. Where's Pewin Mapu, for example? Where is... If you look here, -3. So that's pretty bad, right? Well, we can improve that with an entertainment district. Now, where exactly do I want to put the entertainment district? I think the least awful place is right there. Just get this city to be out of this really negative amenity stuff. So Quillire, it does have the +2 amenities from its entertainment district, but still -2. You see, if I didn't have the entertainment district here, I would have to use 2 luxury resources just to keep the city where it is now. So it really frees up those amenities to be moved around my empire. I think a watermill wouldn't be terrible. I think an armory wouldn't be terrible. What does the city really need? Well, right now it needs builders. And I think there are 2 builders nearby, and there is... I think I am going to improve this pasture, unless it blocks the potential for farm triangling, and it doesn't. You are moving down there to chop the jungle. So that's an improvement. We're going to lock that in. Okay. I could go for a university that would provide some housing. That's not terrible. It would let the city grow and contribute even more. I could go for the armory. I could go for more builders. This actually isn't a terrible city to spam builders at either, because there's a lot of underdeveloped tiles around here. So just builders are important here at this stage of the game to get these cities up to a reasonable level of production. So here is St. Petersburg. I could go for the stock exchange. That would give me 7 gold per turn for the rest of the game. It would take me 11 turns. Or I could continue to build units, because I do need units from nationalism. So I'm going to go ahead and keep making Malon Raiders up here to combine with these Malon Raiders over here. Is the hope. And I'll probably be downsizing some of my units together. Like anyone with like this guy has 0 promotions. I have no problem trading him into somebody with 2. Put a mine there. Let's put a farm there. Put a crabs there. Put a farm there. So this territory is now highly developed. And what that means is it's going to grow a bit. You can see it is has a decent amount of production, has a decent amount of food, and so it's going to be doing a lot more for me as it grows. We'll keep an eye on that city as it develops. We have a 3 charge builder over here. I think I'm going to head down to Novgorod and chop out these extra builders. I'm going to go ahead and pillage for that. That'll hurt their loyalty. Let's go ahead and... the battering ram is just slow, man. So, or the siege tower rather. So we do have units in range. We could do a lot of damage to this city. I'm a little bit worried about this. Could I get more Malon raiders beside the city? Those are my hard-hitting units right now. Maybe a major defeat. I think I'm going to hit the city. I think I'm going to wait a turn until I can get the thingy in range. So why don't you guys just all wait until I can get the siege tower in range of the... in range of the city. Okay, we have a bombard here. Let's keep moving. Pull you guys back a little bit. You here need a couple more Malon raiders down there next turn. This one is gonna be a little bit harder compared to the last one because we don't have the city states to rely on, which is actually a big problem because it's significantly lowering my gold income. It's significantly lowering all my resource incomes actually. But I think we can still manage this. It's just like we're hitting a speed bump basically because of the way that I plan things out. Oh, please don't tell me I have to replay that entire turn. No. All right, my game crashed. I'm going to replay that turn off screen. God damn it. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Give me your feedback, all that jazz. Remember that I love you guys, and I will see you later, taters. Bye-bye.